Hello students, good morning. I am your chemistry miss. Today we are going to see the lesson 3 periodic classification continuation for the last previous video, that is ionization energy. So what is meant by ionization energy? So the amount of energy required to remove the electron from the outermost valence shell in the gaseous state of the atom. So that is called as ionization energy. So how last class we studied about how it will vary in the group and the period. So we already studied how it will vary in the group and the period. The atomic number increases. So that is the less attraction with the nucleus and the outermost electron. So that is the reason the ionization energy decreases in the group, but the ionization energy increases in the period. So what is some comparison? So some reasoning question they are asking. So how it will vary in the boron, compare the boron and beryllium. So boron, the ionization energy is high when compared to beryllium. What is the reason? So here that is the boron and beryllium. Boron atomic number is 5. So this is the electronic configuration boron. So that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. That is ionization energy 899. So beryllium 1s2, 2s2. What is the reason? The outermost electrons are partially filled. That is 2p1. So here 2s orbitals are completely filled. S orbital maximum containing 2 electrons. So that is this is completely filled, right? This is completely filled. But here this is the partial filled. That is 2p orbital. 2p orbital means the 2p orbital containing 3 boxes, only 1 electron. So we can easily remove that electrons from this outermost shell. So but here this is the stable electronic configuration. So that is the amount of energy. That is the ionization energy. Will be beryllium is completely filled. This is the partially filled. That is beryllium and the boron. So atomic number. So the ionization energy increases. This one. This is the ionization energy increases. Okay. So this is the another one. So the ionization energy boron is very less when compared to beryllium because it is a completely filled one. This is partially filled one. That is only 1 electron in the p orbital. That is the ionization energy is very less when compared to beryllium. So sometime they are asking when boron is ionization energy is very less when compared to beryllium. So but here the atomic number of boron is 5, beryllium is 4. So that is the way we are comparing that one. First you write the electronic configuration of boron and beryllium. So beryllium is ionization. This is the s orbitals or 2s orbitals are completely filled. So that is we need more energy to remove the electron from the outermost shell. But here that is only 1 electron in the outermost shell. We can easily remove that electron. That is ionization energy is very less when compared to boron and beryllium. So next one, the same one, nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen atomic number is 7, right? Oxygen is 8. How to explain that one? So the outermost electronic configuration nitrogen is 2p3. So 2p3, that is the 3 boxes, right? 2p, 3 electrons. So here 1 electron, here 1 electron, that is 3 electron. Right, these are the half-filled orbitals. So half-filled orbitals are more stable. Half-filled orbital, that is are more stable. So suppose the more stable electronic configuration, we need more energy to remove the electron from the outermost stable electronic configuration. That is the one thing. So we can easily understand that the partially filled and completely filled orbitals are more stable, but this nitrogen is partially filled. These are half filled the orbital. These are more stable. So that is we need more energy to remove the electron from the outermost shell. But here oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. How to explain that one? 2p orbital, 2p4. How to electron? 1, 2, 3 and then 4. That is the 4 electron, 2p4. So this is partially filled. That is we can easily remove that electron from this outermost shell. That is the reason we need less energy to remove the electron. That is called as the amount of energy is very less when compared to nitrogen. So nitrogen is ionization energy is very high due to the half-filled orbitals. But oxygen is a partially filled orbital. So that is the reason the oxygen and nitrogen. So nitrogen is more ionization energy than oxygen. Next one is electron affinity. What is mean by electron affinity? So electron affinity, amount of energy released when an electron is added to the valence shell of an isolated neutral gaseous atom. So what is ionization energy? So amount of energy, ஒரு எனர்ஜியை கொடுத்து ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை ரிமூவ் பண்றது. எலக்ட்ரான் அஃபினிட்டி, ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை கெயின் பண்ணும்போது எவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி வந்து ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது, that is called as electron affinity. So what is electron affinity? The amount of energy is released when an electron is added to the valence shell. ஒரு valence shell ஒரு electron add ஆகும்போது எவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது, that is called as electron affinity in the isolated neutral gaseous atom. Say for example, listen, this is atom, gain one electron, this become negative ion, that is the reduction. So that is remove addition of electron, that is A minus. So here that is the electron affinity, amount of energy will be released. Okay, so how it will vary in the group and the period? So in the same thing, it is the so one commonly you understand that ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity, all the three things are in the group and the period. In the group, what will happen? In the group it will decreases. Okay, that ionization energy decreases in the group, electron affinity decreases in the group, electronegativity decreases in the group. So how it will in the period? In the period means that is horizontal row. Horizontal row, what will happen? The ionization energy increases, electron affinity increases, electronegativity increases. What is the reason? The increased nuclear charge. So increase nuclear charge, that is the only increase nuclear charge. Nuclear charge increases. So this is the only reason. But here that is the decreases mean the top to bottom the atomic number increases, the ion atomic radius will be increases, that is less attraction with the nucleus and the outermost electron. That is the reason ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity, the three things are decrease in this group, and the period it will be increases. This is commonly you know that is the important one. So till 12th standard you can follow this same principle only, that is ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity. So what is ionization energy? Amount of energy, the amount of energy will be required to remove the electron. ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை ரிமூவ் பண்றதுக்கு எவ்வளவு எனர்ஜி தேவையோ, that is called as ionization energy. What is mean by electron affinity? So amount of energy is released when adding one electron in the valence shell. ஒரு valence shellல ஒரு எலக்ட்ரான் ஆட் ஆகும்போது எவ்வளவு எனர்ஜி வந்து ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது, that is called as electron affinity. So next one is in the period. In the period, how it will vary in the group and the period. So in the example, beryllium and nitrogen. Beryllium atomic number is 4 and nitrogen atomic number is 7. So that is another one thing, the half-filled and completely filled orbitals. The half-filled and completely filled orbital C, the nitrogen is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. That is half-filled one. So another one, beryllium 1s2, 2s2, that is the completely filled. This is completely filled, the outermost electron. This is half-filled. Half-filled, this is completely filled, right? This is completely filled. Completely filled. So half-filled and completely filled orbitals, what will happen? It an extra electron disturb the stable electronic configuration. So what is the meaning for that? When we are adding one electron in the outermost shell, so what will happen is disturb the stable electronic configuration. So that is the main thing. The ionization energy, the electron affinity will be decreases in the, that is called as this almost zero. In this beryllium and nitrogen, electron affinity will be zero. What is the reason? Because the extra electron, these are the completely, beryllium is completely filled and this is nitrogen is half filled. The both these completely filled and half filled, these are extra electrons disturb the stable electronic configuration. That is the reason electron affinity will be zero. Okay, so this is the another one. This is sometimes they are asking for the 2 mark question, for reasoning question. Why the beryllium and nitrogen the electron affinity will be zero? What first you write the electronic configuration of beryllium and electronic configuration of nitrogen. Then you write the outermost electron, the valence electrons are completely filled in beryllium. In nitrogen, the outermost valence electrons are half filled. So that is the electron affinity will be zero. So that is the, because that is extra stability of the electronic configuration. So that disturb the stable electronic configuration, that is the electron affinity will be zero in this beryllium and nitrogen. Okay, another one. in the period and the group. In the period, the same thing I already told. In the group, it will be electron affinity will be decreases because the atomic radius and ionic radius. So in the group, electron affinity will be decreases because atomic size increases. So top to bottom, group means is a vertical. The group top to bottom, the atomic radius and the size will be increases. So that is the electron affinity will be decreases. So in the period, the nuclear charge increase, nuclear charge, more attraction. So more attraction will be there. So that is the reason the electron affinity will be decreases, the electron affinity will be increases. That is the another thing in the group, in the period. Okay, so next one is noble gas electronic configuration. The electron affinity will be 0. So all the noble gas, what are noble gas? Helium. What are noble gases? Helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon and radon. Okay, so these are the noble gas. Noble gas, that is the inert gases. So noble gas, all the electron affinity will be 0. What is the reason? The general electronic configuration NS2 NP6. So that is the outermost electrons are completely filled. NS2 NP6, outermost electrons are completely filled. So that is no way to accept that electron. So எந்த ஒரு ஆட்டத்துக்கும் எலக்ட்ரானை அக்செப்ட் பண்ற டெண்டன்சியே இருக்காது. எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா outermost electrons are completely filled. So that is the reason the electron affinity will be 0 in noble gases. Okay, next one is halogen having high electron affinity. What is the reason? So here that is outermost electrons are NS2 NP5. So NS2 NP5 means, so what is NP5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is only one electron. It is gain only one electron mean it will attain the octet configuration. So last year we studied what is meant by octet configuration. They attain the valence electron, attain 80 electron mean it is called as octet rule, right? So that is the same thing here. That is 6 electron. That is the another one electron. Gain one electron in the halogen. It is attained the octet configuration. So that is, it is the stable configuration. So that is the reason the halogen having the high electron affinity. Okay, so this is the another thing. So we already know that what is the electronic in the period, how it will vary in the group and the period. So in the exceptional one, beryllium and nitrogen, so electron affinity almost will be 0. What is the reason? Half filled, completely filled and the half filled. So that is the extra stability. So another one. Okay, so next one, the noble gas, all the electron affinity will be 0. In the halogens are the high electron affinity. So another one, in the group. So in the group, how it will vary in the group. So oxygen and fluorine has low electron affinity. What is the reason? So another one important reasoning question. Oxygen and fluorine has low electron affinity. What is the reason? When compared to sulfur and chlorine. So what is the reason? Oxygen and fluorine is the small in size, high electron density. So oxygen atom and fluorine atom is small in size. Addition of electron in 2p orbital, which is relatively compared to the 3p orbital of the sulfur and chlorine. Okay, what is the reason? So here I am explaining here. So first one, oxygen. Oxygen atomic number is 88. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. That is oxygen. Fluorine is atomic number 9. How to write 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. That is the another thing. So that is this I already told, the oxygen and fluorine atoms are small in size. So what is the reason? Addition of electron in the 2p4 orbital, here also 2p5 orbital. Addition of electron in the 2p orbital, here also addition of electron in the 2p orbital. So that is, this is the, which is relatively compared to the 3p orbital of sulfur and chlorine. When compared to sulfur and chlorine, sulfur atomic number 16, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. So that is the 16. So here that is chlorine. What is chlorine? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So that is the reason the this is this small in size mean it is a compact one. So this is very compact one. So we can no need to tendency to accept that electron. So that is the electron affinity will be very less in the oxygen and fluorine. But here the electrons are accepted in the 3p orbital. Here sulfur and chlorine is also accepted electron in the 3p orbital. That is the reason fluorine and oxygen and fluorine are low electron affinity when compared to sulfur and the chlorine. Okay, so this is the another one reasoning question. Okay, so next one, what is meant by electronegativity? So what is meant by electronegativity? Relative tendency of an element to present in the covalently bonded molecule to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself. So what is the meaning for that? எந்த ஒரு atom ஒரு pair of electron தாம் பக்கம் இழுக்கிறதுக்குள்ள tendency இருக்குதோ அந்த atom வந்து that is the called as electronegativity. So electronegativity is that is not a process. So electronegativity is not a assurable quantity. So this much amount அப்படின்னு நம்ம வந்து இவ்வளவு amount தான் வந்து electronegativity அப்படி நம்ம வந்து predict பண்ண முடியாது. So these electronegativity can be calculated in the Pauling scale. So that is hydrogen and the fluorine, the electronegativity value is 2.1 and 4. Using this value, so this is the one formula how to calculate the Pauling scale. X is the electronegativity of A, electronegativity of B. So this value AB. So what is AB and are the bonded dissociation energy, bond dissociation energy AB and AA and the BB. So these are the bond dissociation energy. So that is important role in the predicting the nature of the bond. So because is the ionic bond or covalent bond. So how to predict that? Using this Pauling scale we can predict the electronegativity. So what is mean by electronegativity? The tendency of an element present in the covalently bonded atom. So what is mean by covalently bonded atom? Each electron donate one electron. The sharing of electron between the two atom, that is called as covalent bond. So that is the reason any one of the atom a tendency to attract a shared pair of electron, that is called as electronegativity. So next one, how it will vary in the group in the period. So I already told in the group. So in the group means top to bottom, the atomic radius increases, the nuclear attraction force on the valence electron decreases. That is the reason the electronegativity decreases from the top to bottom. So the same thing in the period, how it will vary in the period. So that is in the period that a nuclear charge will be increases, that is the electronegativity increases. Another one is oxidation state. Next another one is anomalous properties. So anomalous properties, this is the periodic property, electron affinity, ionization energy and electronegativity, that is called as periodic property. So next one is what is the oxidation state and the valence electron. So that is the diagonal relationship. What is meant by oxidation state? How to calculate the oxidation state of the atom? So that is the simple thing, total number of electron in the valence shell. So that what is the oxidation state? The number of valence electron present in that atom, that is called as oxidation state. Say for example carbon. Carbon means carbon atomic number is 6, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. What is valence electron? K shell containing 2 and the 2s2, 2p2. So that is the 4 electron. So this 4 electron is called as the valence. So that is valence of carbon is 4. Okay, that is the another one. So next one is hydrogen. Then beryllium. Beryllium, what is the atomic number of beryllium? Beryllium 4. That is 1s2, 2s2. What is the outermost electron? So that is the valence electron. Oxidation state is +2. Okay, so this is the number of valence electron is called as oxidation state. So our other thing how to calculate a number of valence shell electrons minus the 8. So the number total, suppose this is I already told this is the 4 valence electron, right? So what is the octet rule? Octet number 8 minus this 4 means that is also the valence oxidation state of this given number. So this is the way you can calculate the oxidation state. What is the oxidation state of the various valence electron? So see, this is one tabular column. So here that is the alkali metal. Alkali metals mean that is group 1 metal, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Number of electron, all the outermost shell containing only 1 electron. The valence is electron is also 1. So the same thing, group 50, number of electron, that is 5 electron. The valence electron 3, 5. So 3, 5, 3, 5. What is the valence electron? So valence shell, so that is how many electron? That is 5 electron. This is the valence. Okay, so this is the another one. So next one is what are the periodic variation in the valence in the period. So what is the number of electron in the valence shell? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So another one is valence, combining capacity. So that is sometimes some atom containing more than 2 valence. So here that is the same thing. 1, 2, 3, nitrogen having 2 valence, 5, 3, oxygen also having 6, 2, and the fluorine also having 7, 1, and neon is also 8, 0. This is the variation in the some element variable valence. For example, most of the element 15th have the 5 valence electron, 2 valence, 3 and 5. So 15th group, most of the 15th group 5 valence electron. Okay, so this is the another one. Next one is anomalous properties of the second period. What is the anomalous properties of the second period? First one is the first member. So anomalous properties of the second period element. So what is meant by second period element? It is started from the second period. What are the second period? Okay, so this is the second period, right? This is the second period. What are the elements present? Lithium, beryllium, then boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Okay, so this is the second period, right? The second period, the first member of each group differ from the other members. So here the properties, when seeing the properties of the lithium, sodium, potassium, so here beryllium, magnesium, calcium. So from compared to the first member of this periodic table, it is completely differ from the other members. So say the first member of the each group differ from the other members. Say for example, lithium and beryllium. So the second period, lithium, beryllium are covalent in nature, but alkali and alkaline earth metals, so from ionic compound. So remaining all the other compounds, say for example in the periodic table, lithium and beryllium are covalent in nature, but remaining all these are ionic in compound. So this is the another one. The second period having the only 4 orbital, 2s and 2p. The second period, say for example lithium, beryllium. Lithium atomic number is 3, beryllium 4. So lithium and beryllium, say for example here lithium atomic number is 3. So 1s2, 2s1. So again 4 orbitals. So second one, lithium, beryllium, atomic number 4, 1s2, 2s2. So then carbon 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 4. So when seeing all these second period, mostly 1s, 2s, 2p, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and so these are only 2s and 2p. Only 4 orbitals are possible in the second period. Have only 4 orbital members of the subsequent period. Have the other more orbitals in the valence shell. So remaining orbitals are more orbital sp, d, f and the remaining other orbitals. So next we are going to see the diagonal relationship. What is meant by diagonal relationship? In the second and the third period, so the certain similarity. Say for example here, that is this is second period, this is the third period. So you mentioned that the second and the third period, the diagonal element, the diagonally present element having the similar physical and the chemical properties, that is called as diagonal relationship. Say for example here lithium and magnesium, so then beryllium and aluminium, so here boron and silicon, carbon and phosphorus, nitrogen and sulfur. So that's why I am writing here lithium, magnesium, beryllium, aluminium, boron and silicon. So this diagonally present element, this is the second period, this is the third period. The second and third period diagonally placed elements having the similar properties. So similar properties, so that is the reason they are having the similar properties. This is called as diagonal relationships. So important question repeatedly asking the board exam, what is meant by diagonal relationship? 2 mark question. The second and the third period shows certain similarities in properties existing between the diagonally placed element is called diagonal relationship. Okay, so this is the another one. So this is the diagonal, these are the anomalous properties of the diagonal relationship in the periodic table. So another one, what is the periodic trend in the chemical reactivity? So what are the periodic trends in the chemical reactivity? Say for example, so the element of the left side of the periodic table have less ionization energy. So see the tabular column. So the less, this is the less ionization energy. This is called as high ionization energy. So in the periodic table, the left side. So what is the left side? This is the left side. The less ionization energy. In the right side, the ionization energy is high. So this is the medium. The middle of the ionization energy is moderately lower. Okay, so this is the another one. Okay, the same thing. Next one, this is the left side, the less ionization energy. The right side, these are the high electron affinity. So what are the high electron? The almost in the periodic table, fluorine is the mostly high electronegativity. First you understand that the fluorine is the high electronegativity among the all the periodic table. So periodic table le fluorine the electronegativity adhigam. So this is the another one. So next one is the high reactivity when compared to the element present in the middle. As a consequences, this is a consequence, extreme end. So the last end, that is the noble gas, the extreme end, the electron affinity, the high reactivity when compared to element present in the middle. So the middle elements are, this is the middle element, the middle elements are high reactivity when compared to the other element. So these, what is the next one is the noble gas configuration, the 18th group elements having the noble gas configuration. These are all the neither accept nor electron. So noble gas, the electronic configuration is NS2 NP6. So that is the completely filled orbital. So neither accept or nor lose the electron. That is the thing. They are the inert gases, chemically inert. Another one is lower left portion of this periodic table has less ionization energy. Lower left portion. So that is the, this is the left portion, less ionization energy. Lower left portions are the less ionization energy. That is the show. This is the metallic character will be increases. So this is the another one. So next one, the ionization energy. So the top right portion of the high ionization energy and the metallic in nature. The top right portion, all the high ionization energy. So these are, we are analyzing that the nature of the compound by the element, both the periodic table, alkali metal and reaction with the oxygen. Sodium react with oxygen to form sodium oxide, chlorine kept oxide. Okay, so this is the, when the metal, alkali metal react with oxygen to form the corresponding oxide. So the sodium oxide react to a strong base and the sodium hydroxide. Again the sodium oxide react with oxygen to form the sodium hydroxide. Is a basic oxide. So converse, it is a strong acid called perchloric acid upon reaction with water. So it is a acidic oxide. It is a basic oxide. The Na2O. The Na2O is a basic oxide, Cl2O is a acidic oxide. Okay, so this is the another one. Next one is Na2O, that is sodium hydroxide. This is a perchloric acid, is a acidic oxide. So is a moving down the ionization energy decreases and electropositive character increases. The ionization energy top to bottom decreases. So that is the reason these are all the electropositive character. What is meant by electropositive character? Electropositive character, the alkali metals are readily lose one electron, they attain the positive ion. So the example, the beryllium hydroxide are amphoteric, magnesium oxide are weakly basic, barium hydroxides are strongly basic. And then beryllium hydroxide react with both acid and base. It is a amphoteric. Amphoteric, what is meant by amphoteric? Both basic and acidic character present in the same compound. Beryllium hydroxide is a amphoteric compound because it is react with acid and react with base. Okay, so this is the, that's all about this third lesson. So next we are going to see the sixth lesson. So next video we are going to see the sixth lesson. That's all this lesson. So coming this Friday again, not Friday, coming Saturday, you are going to write the test on the second lesson. Okay, so what are you going to learn? So I'll give one audio afterwards. So you start learning for your second lesson. Okay, thank you children.